My name is Julian, and I have ADHD. Now, ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. There's also ADD, which stands for Attention Deficit Disorder. Now, the main difference between the two has to do with, the H, hyper. Now, I have the one with the H, ADHD. I have a lot of energy, you could say. Now, it's hard to describe for myself the difference between the two, but but the best way I find to explain what ADHD and ADD are is to think of a filter. Like a sink has, you put in the sink to catch the food that winds up in the sink. Yeah, stuff like that. Or stops bad things from getting into your drinking water. That stuff. That filter is designed to catch things. Well, in your mind, you also have a filter. It's designed to block excess noise out, such as the humming of an airplane flying by. Well, not always for that, but stuff that's constant, like the ticking of a clock, the running of the washing machine, the silent hum of the air conditioning, or even something as simple as a tapping noise. I don't know if the speaker's strong enough to catch this microphone. Anyway, what many don't know is, for me, I don't have a filter. I hear everything I catch. Now, if I want to ignore something, I have to either A, divert all my attention to something else, and all, if not most of my attention to something else, or I have to mentally block it. And keeping up a mental block is pretty difficult. Unlike writer's block, which is really pretty easy, actually. That comes to everyone. I almost fell. You didn't see that. Anyway, so yeah. ADHD now, you've probably heard of BuzzFeed's 10 things not to say to people with ADHD. I like to make a comment on those. Some people say ADHD does not exist. That is false. I have it. Now I can understand it being misdiagnosed or overdiagnosed. It is one of the easiest ones to diagnose for the wrong reasons. People who aren't focusing can sometimes have ADHD, but also can just not care about the subject. And they'll be classified as ADHD even though they don't. See, the way my brain works is it's wired differently than normal people. A stimulant, for example, caffeine, or what I used to take, I can't remember the name of the drug. Except without the body toning it down. Taking the drug is like being normal. For me, not the same. Taking the drug actually, or it's always, ever since you were born, long before you were born, when your brain was first developed, you were always on that drug, speed or whatever. So you will always have an enhancement. Yeah. Always happening. You're always on something like speed or a stimulant, always on caffeine. Never stopping, always there. Now, of course, that made it so that when I do have caffeine, I get slowed down. And it calms me down a bit. So I'm going to start drinking coffee before I go to bed. Well, not before I go to bed, before I go to school. I just thought of that. I'm also very prone to talking out loud to myself, which is why speaking to a camera is very easy for me. It doesn't require me to talk to someone else. I'm talking to myself, as it were. Just how I like to see it. You may have noticed I keep moving about and not standing still. And I'm switching hands. See? That's due to the fact that's marginally part of the H, hyperactivity. It's a bit it's used in the wrong context. See, hyper over the norm. I can't sit still. Well, I can. If I find something that really interests me, I can hyper focus on it. It's like tunnel vision, but with a thought. I tunnel on a thought. It's like OCD. I will get random spurts of OCD. Now, when someone says OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, they think clean, but that's not always the case. OCD is obsessive compulsive disorder. I usually get the obsessive. I am obsessive compulsive. I am compulsively obsessed about something for a short period of time. Now, how short that is can range from a few days to a few months. But I may eventually wear down. It may eventually wear down. Because my room is a complete mess. Why? Because I don't obsess about it. Not always. But when I get started, I will go into an OCD kind of state where I will start cleaning. But if you stop me anywhere in between anywhere where I'm actually doing it, I'm stopped for a while. I can't get started. It's like, you know those old cars where it's like you have to, once they takes a lot to get them started, but once they start, they run beautifully until they stop. Then you can't get it started again. It's like that. An old car, and then they stop. Sometimes they'll come to a stop, just give out. They'll stall on you. Other times it's you just forced it to stop, and it just won't start up again. Such as you got to your destination and turn off the car. Now, I don't really have images to go with this since I'm carrying my phone and I can't really talk and draw. But yeah, I will obsess about many a thing. Now maybe for days or months. Now when I set a goal in mind, a goal in my head, I want to have this, I want to do this, I want this specific object, I can have it take over most of my attention, and I will obsessively be obsessively compulsed to get it. Now, what getting it requires is a trick I learned. If I set my mind to a goal, I will get that goal. Just please don't stop me from getting my goal. When I start cleaning my room, my goal is to have a clean room. I will detail clean the room. But once the room's clean, done. I can't keep a room clean that easily. I can clean and then just stop, and it will fall into disarray, and then I clean again. It's a cycle, like day or night. So yeah, I will obsessively compulse to do something. For example, I'm in theater. Why? Because I like it, but not just because that. To keep myself focused on working in theater, I've set myself a goal. I have to work. See, if I work on five plays over the course of 2 years, I get a letterman. Now we're doing 6 plays this year, and I'm working on 5 of them. So, and I'm going to try to work on all 5 of them. Those that will give me a letterman. That's the goal I've set in mind. Next year will be senior year. So, yes! It's going to be wonderful. I'm going to try doing these daily vlogs. Me with ADHD, what it's like, problems I've had during the day, and other things. I have not been paying attention at the time. I sure hope this thing's still recording. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope I can set myself a goal to keep making these videos. And ta-ta for now.